set up our wing. The most important in twin technical divings, you can see most people are using solo harness. This is a backplate. Backplate come with a lot of variety. We have aluminium backplate, we have steel backplate, you know. Then this is a Delrin backplate, produced by CNC product. Okay, this one because of the material, I need around 6 mm thickness, so that to make this Delrin backplate slightly more solid. Like for aluminium and steel backplate, you don't need too thick, unless, especially steel plate, we have 6 mm steel plate as well. If you are the person who need a lot of weight to dive. In technical, we don't use those weight on your waist, right? The weight is actually on your backplate itself. This is your weight, so that your weight transition will be more trim. If you put a weight over here, what would happen? Your diving will be like that. All we want is, in technical diving, we want is trim. So this weight will be so balanced to your body. Okay, so we will look at that when we start our dive. When we dive in the pool, we will see how was your buoyancy, what are the type of the material that you need. You don't need to be too heavy. If you are too light, you won't feel comfortable by the end of the dive. But we will also do a buoyancy check as well, like we did in the recreational as well. This is always the same. Okay, the concept is the same, but it's just that you are diving technically, you have more tank. With the more tank and also a different type of configuration, especially on the gas, will also make so much difference. When you dive with helium, when you dive with Trimax, the characteristics of your buoyancy will also change. Okay, so the most important is, like I said just now, you need a solid harness. You cannot use those plastic buckle, unbuckle. Imagine you have 40 kilo. What happens? You have canister light, we have other accessory part to hang on your BCD. You cannot, right? That's why we need a standardized one-piece solo harness. If you want to have those buckle, make sure it's a steel buckle. Like those only quick release, but not unclip. Like those quick release only. That one you can use, but not those with a plastic. So then we also have a standard 2 D-ring, and the last one 1 D-ring only. This one is for me to stop any of my primary. I always put my primary light and also my primary cutting device on the right hand side. So I don't want this thing to come out. So I put one this waist, we call a D-ring over on my waist. So this one is for you to storage your decompression tank, your stage portal, whatever, any extra tank, we always put on the left hand side. Okay, so how do we fit this backplate? First, put it in. Okay, then find your left right belt, and then your crotch strap. Okay, your crotch strap hole here actually close to your belly button. And then what you do is you put this thing inside to the crotch strap, go over, buckle up, not too fit, not too tight. Why? Because when you inflate your BCD, it will expand. So this thing like slightly will pull you. So make sure it's comfortable. So slightly a bit of the V shape. So I like to make my harness more trim, so that I have a stopper over here actually. You see, I don't want any of my all these extra hoses, all these belt harness coming out from my body. I want to be as extreme as possible. So you see, if I'm on a relaxed mode, you know, non-diving mode, see, if in any emergency I want to release my harness, what I do is I just rip my D-ring here. You see, I can easily take it out. So comfortable. So it means you don't need to be too tight. You want to be comfortable. So anytime I can put it in. So if I on my diving boot, like we call a working position, this is what we call working position. Okay, now Jonathan, try to pull my backplate. You see, it doesn't move. If this thing move around, if the backplate move means it's not fit, you have to readjust. So the right side and the left side has to be parallel fit. You cannot be too loose here, cannot be too tight here. It has to be parallel. Otherwise, your backplate right will go one side. Then your diving will be so uncomfortable. Then you need to use a lot of strength to adjust back underwater. Trust me, you do not want to adjust too many things in the underwater because you cannot reach. It's very hard for you to reach. It's not that you cannot reach, can, but it's too hard. So first thing first, do it right here before you jump down. Okay, so this is the working position, make sure it's fit. And then the D-ring is always on our chest level. You see, you don't stretch your leg, but don't stretch your hand. It's just like, see, anytime you can reach. See, if I close my eyes, you see, I can reach. Close my eyes, you see, I can reach. Anytime. D-ring over here, right and my shoulder. This is the proper setting of your backplate. Any question? No? Okay.